Yeah, I'm waiting on you to trickle on in. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. Come on in. Come on through. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. Come on through. Who will be the first to come on through? Who will be the first to pop on up? Who will be the first? I'm waiting on you. I know you coming through. Who will be the first? Who will it be? Oh, who will it be? Who will be the first to say what's happening? Who will be the first to say hello? I see Lonnie up in the house. Hey, baby. What's going on, Lonnie? Good morning, darling. How you doing? Good to see you. My girl Lonnie up in the house. Lonnie, you know what I want to talk about? Let me tell you what I want to talk about. I want to talk about procrastination. So, this post is for my procrastinators, my self-proclaimed procrastinators, the people who always put stuff off, the people who dread doing stuff. So guess what? They don't do it. They just say, well, shoot, I can do it later. I can do it later. Miss you too, hon. I can do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. Hey, Michelle, I can do it tomorrow. I can do it next week. This paper isn't due for another 4 weeks, so I'll do it. Hey, I'll do it in 4 weeks. The bill isn't due. You know what? I might not even pay it. You know what I mean? Good morning. I might not even pay it. I might not even. You know what? I'll start that workout plan tomorrow. Or I'll start the workout plan once I get my supplements. We always wait. We always want to push stuff, to the side and wonder why, there's a frustration with why can't I never finish anything? Good morning, Lee. Hey, Tanya. So, is that Tanya? You said Tanya. Hey, Tanya. So, I'm going to help you get past being a procrastinator. So I'm going to share with you some stuff that I do because guess what? I used to be afflicted by the same thing. I used to struggle with the same thing. Hey, Mig. Hey, Stephanie. Good morning, babes. So I used to struggle with that all the time. So I'm going to share with you and I'm going to give you the blueprint on how to get past being a procrastinator because I'm a rehabilitated procrastinator because I used to be that person, who never got stuff done because I can do it tomorrow or this isn't due until the 31st. Well, shoot, that's when I do it. Hey, Keisha. Oh, it's pronounced Tanya? Okay, cool. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Cheryl. So these are the things that I do to help me through. Now, keep in mind, once you do these things for about 2 or 3 weeks consistently, it'll become a habit. So what you want to do is basically say within yourself, you know what? I want this to become a habit. So I'm going to dedicate the next 2 or 3 weeks of consistency to getting better. So let me share with you. Let me give you something good. Okay. One of the first things you have to do, you have to change how you look at it. You see what I'm saying? See, a lot of y'all go, basically say, you know what, I can get it done and, I got plenty of time. And, but the thing is, they've done research that basically said that people are more apt to do something if it's based upon what you may lose versus what you may gain. So if I say something to the effect of, well, if you do this, you'll get this, that ain't gonna make you happy. That ain't gonna do nothing for you. But if I tell you what you stand to lose, then you might move and you might do something. See, there's a difference. If I were to call you at 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, you know what? If you act now, or if you do this, that, and the other, you could win $10,000. You gonna get mad at me if I call you at 3 in the morning doing that. But if I call you saying, you know what? If you don't do this now, you gonna lose $10,000. You gonna hop on and you gonna do something. You see what I'm saying? So change your perspective on procrastination. So instead of, if I were to say, now if you do this, you get this. Instead of looking at it from the standpoint of what you have to gain, look at it from the standpoint of what you could be losing if you don't do this now. If you don't do this today. So look at it from the standpoint of what do I have to, what do I lose if I don't do it? Do I miss out, on making more money because I didn't start that business? Do I miss out on a relationship because, I didn't call somebody back when I said I would, but now I'm not in the mood to call. You see what I'm saying? Look at what you have to lose. Focus on that, and guess what? You'll move faster. You'll move a whole lot faster because we don't like to lose stuff. We don't like to miss out on opportunities. You know what I mean? We don't like losing. We don't like missing out. We want to be in the loop. We want to get what we need to get so we can progress. So change your views on that. Also, number two thing that I do, create a daily list. I create my list at night. So I never start a day without first planning it. Okay? So at night, I'll have the top 5 things that I need to knock out. Okay? Top 5 things that I know I need to do. But see, this is how you get better. Okay? When I do my top 5 things that I know I need to do, the things that I dread and I hate doing, I'll put it at the top of the list. So the top 2 things that I dread and really don't feel like doing, I'll put at the top of the list, and I'll do those things first. Why? Okay. And if you really feeling good, you'll put a dash by it and put a time limit on it to where basically, like for me, I'll say, okay, top 2 things that I hate doing, I have to get done by 10 o'clock this morning. Okay? Now, the reason why I do that, I put pressure on myself to get it done. I also understand that I'm at my best and I'm more apt to do something when I'm fresh versus at the end of the day when I'm tired, don't feel like being bothered, don't feel like doing nothing. And then that's when I get into push off mode to where I'll do it tomorrow. So you have to understand yourself and be honest with yourself and ask yourself the question, when do I get stuff done? When I'm fresh, when I'm good, when I'm just waking up, when I'm energized, when I'm ready to take on the world. So the longer it lingers, the more apt you won't feel like doing it. You ain't gonna want to do it. So understand yourself and get it done within a certain time frame. I always say 10 o'clock. It's got to be done before 10. You have to set deadlines on your stuff versus letting it linger. You see what I'm saying? So, number 1, change your view. Start looking at what you have to lose if you don't do it. That's first thing. Second thing, create a daily list of things you know you need to be doing. And the top 2 things you dread doing, do it first. Do it first. While you're fresh, put a time limit on it. It has to be done before 10 o'clock, before noon. How about that? Boom. Okay? Now, the third thing you need to do, because you have to understand that we are a society and we are people who like to be rewarded. So guess what? If you stay in your rhythm, if you stay disciplined, and if you stay committed, after 7 days, I need for you to reward yourself. I need for you to pat yourself on the back, do something for you. And this falls back into pampering yourself, rewarding yourself whenever you do something good, whenever you're consistent with something. See, we like to celebrate dumb stuff that we don't have to work toward. You know, it's my birthday week. I'm going to celebrate my birthday for a full 7 days. You didn't have nothing to do with that. What you excited about? I'm turned up, I'm lit, because I was born. Well, instead of getting turned up about something that you really didn't have nothing to do with, I mean, you just stayed alive another year. Why don't you reward yourself for something? Reward yourself for something that you stayed disciplined in, and stayed committed in. So at the end of 7 days of being disciplined and being committed and being every day, reward yourself. Go get yourself a 1-hour massage. Take yourself out. Go to a movie. Get your hands and feet done. Go get your hair done. You know, spoil yourself. Do something for you that you really want to do. That basically, you know, you train yourself so nicely to where basically you say, you know what? If I'm consistent for the next 7 days, I really been wanting to do this, but now I have a reason, an excuse to do it now. So that's what you have to do. Reward yourself when you've been diligent, when you've been, you know, when you've learned how to discipline yourself. Reward yourself. Why not? You reward yourself for stuff that you had nothing to do with. It's my birthday. It's this. It's that. It's my whatever. This is the second anniversary I got this furniture. Let's turn up. Let's get lit. No. Let's celebrate when you do something, when you achieve something. Yeah, that's what I need for you to do. So this is how, and we're going to do this every morning. I'm going to ask, what are the top things and again, I'm going to do this every day now, so you got to hang with me. You got to do this with me. For my self-proclaimed procrastinators. I'm going to put this up. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it up in a minute. Top 5 things you have to get done today. And in the first 2 sections of that, the top 2, you have to put the things that you don't feel like doing. And give me a time limit for what you're going to get it done by. And then even on that particular post, I need for you to come back and say, Coach, I got this done. I got all 5 done. And my top 2 were done by. Boom. See, that's the beautiful thing about this page. I hold you accountable for everything. So whatever you're struggling with, I'm going to help you. I'm going to coach you. That's what I do. I make you better. Now, let me also say this too, because this has been my experience. Now I'm going to guilt you a little bit. Okay. This has been my experience. Everything that I've put off in the past, I eventually, once I did it, I got rewarded for it. So I sat back and I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Because I think about everything. I'm a thinker. Now, I sat back and I thought about it, and I'm like, dang, I've been delaying my blessing. Now, how many of y'all have done that? How many of y'all have delayed your blessing? Stuff that you didn't feel like doing, guess what? For a lot of y'all, it's nothing more than a test. So the faster you can do it, the faster you get rewarded. See, a lot of y'all, you know, pray about stuff and God bless me, please, with this, that, and the other. But always remember, for every want, there is a requirement. And it's going to basically take you conquering certain aspects of your life in order to get your stuff. And that also includes the area of procrastination. God, please bless me with this, but you won't do this. You see what I'm saying? Again, for every want, there is a requirement. How many things have you put off that could have been actually your pathway to your blessing? That you constantly have put off. That on the other side of that thing lies your blessing. So really, you've been putting off blessing yourself. Because again, you know, God has given you authority, you know, power, authority, dominion. So guess what? Just as God blesses, you can bless. I mean, you see it every day, you know, even with a kind word. or you blessing your local charity. You have the ability to bless. And you also have the ability to bless who? You have the ability to bless yourself. Just by doing what you know you need to be doing. So stop putting off your blessings. Stop delaying your blessings. Press past yourself. Because again, I'm looking at Chris Dawn. Chris Dawn says, you know what? Finishing my book, I've been putting it off for years. Now let me show you something. Chris. Let me give you something good. Now, the devil knows that book probably will probably be able to provide answers for a lot of people. So therefore, he puts it in your head. You can do that next year. You're too busy. You got too many things going on to sit down and finish this book. Meanwhile, somebody who might be close to you, or even somebody you've never met before, is struggling with something that quite possibly your book provides the answer. That's why it's so important that you finish that book, because you never know who needs your answers from that book. You never know who needs to be entertained by your book. You never know who that book will inspire that you hadn't even met yet. That's why it's so important that you do the things that's in your heart and that's in your spirit, because sometimes it's not even for you to produce that and to reap the benefits. Sometimes, and a lot of times, it's for another person you've never even met before, who might be struggling with something, and basically you're delaying their answers because you don't feel like moving, you don't feel like doing it. So you have to change your perspective and be like, you know what? Somebody's going to need this book. Somebody is going to need to be inspired by this book. Somebody is struggling with something that I've already been through that I can give them the answers to. So again, you got to hop on. You got to write that book, because again, somebody needs to be inspired by your book, by your thought, by your insight, by your warmth, by your love. You know what I'm saying? So, inspire people. Again, the devil knows what's on the other side of your blessing. The devil knows what's on the other side of your procrastination. And as I always say, anytime you use the word but, it's always been taught to me that whatever follows that but is the lie that you bought into. So it's kind of like, Chris, why hadn't you written the book? I would, but, and then here comes the lie that you've told yourself that you believe after that. But I would have had it done a long time ago, but life just got me. I had a whole bunch of stuff pop up that I wasn't looking for. Again, meanwhile, somebody in Michigan or somebody in California or somebody in Spain is struggling with something that you have the answers for. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's so important that you go ahead and you start doing stuff and you press past yourself, because again, a lot of times the stuff you're supposed to be doing, again, it's not for you, but it's for somebody else who needs you. And then again, on the other side of that, it goes back to being obedient to God. Because again, if there's something in you, guess who gave it to you? God gave it to you. Because it's been my experience that a lot of times, and again, this is my experience, that God won't bless you with the biggest stuff until you learn how to conquer the smaller stuff. It's kind of like, God, I want a Rolls Royce, but you don't take care of the car you already got. God bless me with a bigger business. Give me a bigger office, but don't do anything with the home office that you have and the employees, the 3 or 4 employees you already have. Yeah, it goes back to being obedient. So the more obedient you can be, the more God can trust you with more. That's why you have to go ahead and start doing stuff now, so you can get your stuff a whole lot quicker versus you praying the same old prayer, God giving you the answer, but you ain't moving because you, in your mind, you can do it tomorrow. But tomorrow hadn't even come yet. Here it is, a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later. You got the notion 5 years ago, but again, you keep believing the lies that you tell yourself. Start doing. Because again, your blessing is on the other side of this deal. And guess what? Somebody needs to hear your voice. Somebody needs your talent. Somebody needs to be exposed to your talent. And most importantly, somebody needs to be inspired by your talent. I'm telling you. So that's what's up. So stop procrastinating. I'm gonna post up what you gonna do that you get doing. Put a deadline on it, and then come back later on. Me know that the mission has been accomplished. So let's go get it. Love y'all. Have an awesome day. You're welcome, baby. Have an awesome day. We're going to make sure you get your homework in and all that other good stuff. And I'm going to pop back in on you this afternoon, rap with you a little bit, check on you, because that's what I do. So, love y'all. Be good.